Alrighty, howdy neighbors, and welcome back to Corpse Friday, the Book of Shadows. Last time we found the Shinozaki house, which we probably shouldn't have, but we're exploring. This is the family tree, and we just found out that she's related, which I'm pretty sure we already knew. Am I gifted then? What does that even mean? Are you fucking serious? You can talk to spirits and ghosts and you can feel that shit. Hey, did you find something? It's pitch black and really creepy just standing here, you know. Yeah, sorry about that. I'll be right there. In fact, fire hazard or no, how about I lend you one of my candles?
委員長が古びた紙を手に持って震えていた。どうしたんだろう。
The class rep had an old, oversized sheet of paper in her hand. It was shaking wildly. Did she find some crucial information? I wondered.
Book of Shadows.
Oh me, oh my. The Book of Shadows. My oh my. Please say it again. I beg of thee.
委員長
Class rep.
大丈夫
Are you okay? It hurts. Say it again.
頭万力で潰されるみたいに
My head feels like it's being crushed in a vice.
やだしっかりして
No, stop this. Keep it together.
She
suddenly turned toward one corner of the room and completely froze, gazing intently at the wall.
目を丸くして異様な雰囲気。猫が部屋の一点を見つめて動かなくなるような。
Her eyes became wide as saucers. She was like a cat who'd stiffened up and just kept staring into thin air, on high alert for no discernible reason.
そこに何かいるの？音を聞いているの？
And just as cat owners are often left wondering what their pets were seeing, I too wondered if she was looking at something, or had heard a noise.
心配というか怖くなって、私は委員長の体を掴んで揺さぶった。
I was worried about her, but really I was more scared than anything. I grabbed her and tried to shake her out of this disconcerting trance.
委員長、どうしたの？
House rep, what's wrong?
けれど彼女はすっと手で私を制し、ゆっくりと立ち上がって凝視した一角に向けて歩いていく。
Is this a different song? She brushed me off and held up a hand as if to say, hold it right there. She led me in, walking slowly, toward the corner she'd been watching.
そこは一見して周りと変化のないただの壁だった。
There didn't seem to be anything special about it. It looked no different from anything else in the room. Just an ordinary wall.
前に立った委員長はしばらく凝視した後に急に壁を破壊し始めた。
For a few moments longer, the class rep just stood there, gazing at this empty space. Then, with no explanation, She began tearing away loose boards.
老朽化しているので壁の板は簡単に壊れていく。
It wasn't difficult to do. The entire room was old and in tremendous disrepair, and the wood was quite thoroughly rotted. Each board came off easily.
腐食した穴に指を入れて力を入れて引き剥がすと板はすぐに短く折れて床に散る。折れるとまたすぐに指を入れて板を剥がす。
Eventually, small gaps began to form. She stuck her fingers into these and pulled, hanging away whole chunks of the wall, forming bigger and bigger crevices.
しばらくすると壁には大きな穴が開き、穴の向こうには隠れた空間があった。押し入れ程度の狭いスペース。
These crevices had finally emerged into a big gaping hole, through which a hidden subroom, bigger than a closet, had now been fully exposed.
そこには黒く分厚い本が置いてあり、
And within that subroom sat a thick, black tome. Excuse me, sir, are you the Book of Shadows?
ブックオブシャドウズ。
Yeah, it's Book of Shadows. They said the name of the game! Twice, but yeah.
どうしてこれが日本に？
Why is this in Japan? Why not?
委員長、どうしたの？
What's going
こ
on?
の本、何？
It's the Book of Shadows. Whatever it was clearly a very old book, and it didn't look like it was bound from paper. There were small ornamental patterns sewn into it, all of which had a certain disconcerting quality to them. In addition, a liquid that looked just as much like blood as it did ink was pooled in multiple cold stains all across the lip of the front cover. And that grotesque cover was clearly unpleasant looking enough to begin with.
人の皮と動物の皮を縫い合わせて作られた本、きっと間違いないわ。これはね、暗黒の書、ブックオブシャドウズ。
There's no mistaking it. These pages are made from human skin and animal hide. This is without a doubt the Book of Shadows.
お姉ちゃんに教えてもらったんだけど、血塗られた歴史の裏に隠された闇の書物よ。
Sis told me about it. It's a dark tome with a long history of rotten blood, passed down from generation to generation in
お
secret.
姉ちゃんに教えてもらったんだけど、血塗られた歴史の裏に隠された闇の書物よ。
It dates back to the tumultuous days of the witch hunts that occurred at the end of the Middle Ages, primarily in Europe.
魔女狩り？
Witch hunts?
そう。犠牲者の数は4万人にも上ると見られる集団妄想における迫害殺戮とも言われている。
Yeah, mass paranoia led to the indiscriminate persecution and slaughter of as many as 40,000 people.
当時、悪魔と契約したとして魔術を使った容疑をかけられた人はね、
They're suspected of practicing black magic by making pacts with the devil.
教会や民間による裁判にかけられて、ひどい拷問にかけられたり、処刑されたりしたの。
So the churches and local communities brought them to trial, where they were almost always subjected to horrible torture and eventually executed,
とても残酷な方法でね。
usually in really cruel ways.
自然災害や貧困にあえぐ市民たちの不平のはけ口として、権力者たちにもスケープゴートとして利用されたのね。
People began blaming them for natural disasters, poverty, and other unfortunate realities of life, and influential individuals used them as scapegoats.
主に生活の不安定な地域で苛烈に行われたこの悪臭に容疑をかけられて殺された犠牲者はほとんどの場合が意味のない言いがかりだったんだけれど、
The vast majority of those killed were just innocent victims of circumstance, who happened to be in the wrong place at the wrong time.
実はその中には
But there were a few.
実はその中には実際に動的魔術を使いこなす能力者たちも本当にいたのです。
There were a few gifted people among them who had legitimately mastered the practice used the practical use of magic.
能力者
Gifted people.
動的ってことはほうきで飛んだりとかの魔法使い？嘘。
What do you mean, practical use of magic? Are you talking like the witches flying around on brooms and stuff? That's impossible.
にわかに信じがたいですね。
It is hard to believe, isn't it?
でもね、あゆみちゃんには知っておいてほしいのです。科学的に説明がつかないパラノーマルの存在を。
But I want you to know everything about this, Ayumi. About the things in this world that science can't quite explain. About the paranormal.
お姉ちゃんの研究のこと知ってるから、自然の法則とか魔法の本質が祈りであるとか。
I'm already familiar with your studies, though. You taught me the laws of the natural world, and that true nature of magic is prayer.
そういう力のあることはなんとなく想像できるけど。
It makes sense, too. It's really easy to understand how powers like that would work.
それ以上はファンタジーだと思ってた。
But anything more than that, like flying around on brooms and stuff, just seems like fantasy to me.
私がウィッカの道を目指した時にお父様たちが猛反対された理由にも関わってくるのですが。
And I'm sure that's what Dad and Mom must have thought, too, when I told them I was interested in Wicca. To them, it's all just dangerous fantasy.
まあそれは篠崎の家のルーツにも理由があって長くなるからこれはまたいつか話しますね。
Though there are also the Shinozaki family roots to consider. But that's a long story, so how about we save it for another time?
うん。
Okay.
魔女というのはすなわち村の賢者でもあったから書生にも長けていたのですね。
There is no way Hinoe is gonna survive at all. Like, she's just giving off side ponytail mom energy. Witches, you see, are usually village elders and sages back in those days, conducting themselves with intelligence, dignity, and honor.
彼女たちは迫害を逃れるため一切の力を隠して生きてきたので、実際の能力者の大半は処刑されずに生き延びたそうなのですが。
So when the witch hunts began, they were smart to hide their powers from public view. And as a result, ironically, the majority of them survived.
その後、魔女禁止令が廃止された後でも、
But even after the ban on witchcraft was lifted,
殺戮の強烈な記憶からむやみに力を使えない風潮は続いていたため、その力は使われないままに日に日に薄れていったのです。
the memories of what happened remained, and the black arts continued to be socially shunned. Eventually, the powers of magic began to fade with disuse.
魔女たちは長い年月の歴史で培った代々伝わる魔法の術がこのまま無意に失われてしまうことを恐れたのですね。
And the witches feared that their powers, passed from generation to generation throughout their long, proud history, were in danger of being lost forever.
力を後世に継ぐため、その秘術を事細かく記し始めたのです。
So they began chronicling them on paper, in painstaking detail for all posterity.
その集大成がこのブックオブシャドウズ。
And that chronicle is right here, the Book of Shadows.
何人もの能力者の手を渡り、海底に海底を重ねて神羅万象を操る魔術の極意が収められているというウィッチクラフト英知の結集。
Passed from one gifted mage to another, revised and appended countless times. A complete guide to witchcraft, detailing spells pertaining to all creation.
怪奇神話に出てくるアルアジフという魔導書の存在はフィクションと言われてるけど。
You might have heard of Al-Azif, that infamous Lovecraftian grimoire that everyone says is just a work of fiction.
人づてに存在を伝えられてきたこの本は実際に存在するって研究者の間ではまことしやかに語られてきたものなの。
But whenever this book comes up, even among researchers, people always debate whether or not it's real. They always admit it's a possibility.
白魔術、黒魔術と たくさんの秘術が記されていて、中には禁忌とされる邪術も含まれているんだって。
Supposedly it contains a complete list of white and black magic spells, all manner of lost art, and even some forbidden acts of sorcery. Oh
邪術っ
my.
て危ないとか？
As in the really dangerous kind of magic.
だから素人による悪用や事故を防ぐために門外不出の書として代々魔女の家系で守られてきたもののはずなんだけど。
It would be really dangerous in the wrong hands, and that's why it was supposed to have been enshrined and kept under watch by the witch's descendants.
なんでそれが今こんな日本の片隅に？
So why something like that here then, tucked away in a hidden room in rural Japan?
わかんない。でも実際この半世紀ほどの間、本物を目にしたって証明する人がいなかったから。
Oh no, but it's been a good half a century or so, since anybody's been able to prove they laid eyes on it.
やっぱりその存在は疑わしいとされていたらしいんだけど。
And that led many people to start doubting its existence. The class rep suddenly picked up the book and began casually thumbing through it, as if she was looking up a word in the dictionary.
ちょっとそんなもの手に取って開いちゃって大丈夫なの？
Hey, is it really okay to be holding that, much less opening it?
少しだけ。
Yeah, I can't hurt to take a quick look. So the legend goes.
動物の皮を縫い合わせて作られたような厚い表紙のその本は、委員長の手に持った漢字を見るとずっしりと重いもののようだった。
The tome, with its cover that seemed to have been stitched together from the hides of many different animals, looked heavy in the class rep's hands.
彼女はペラペラとページをめくり始める。
She became instantly engrossed in its contents as she hungrily flipped through its pages one after another.
現実とオカルトが完全に入り混じり、私は目の前に起きている信じられない事象をただ眺めていることしかできなかった。
As for me, all I could do was watch in awe as my very real friend and classmate lost herself in this very occult book in this very impossible place. Very.
本はやっぱり日本語ではなくフランス語で記されていて、ところどころ魔法っぽい象形文字みたいなものまで混じっていた。
As expected, the book was written not in Japanese, but in a mixture of French and what I could only assume to be magic runes of some sort.
高校生の私も委員長にも読むことができない。けれどところどころ日本語で注釈の書かれたページもあった。
As a high school student, I certainly couldn't read any of it, nor could the class rep. But some pages had Japanese notes scribbled in the margins.
もしかしたら篠崎義恵が書き加えたのかな。
Notes that were very possibly penciled in by Yoshie Shinozaki.
日本語注釈のあるページに出ているといいんだけど、確か邪術の中には。
I have no idea if there will be Japanese footnotes for it or not, but I'm betting if I look in the sorcery section. She was looking for this! Fucking bitch! Oh my god! This is what she was looking for.
鬼気迫る表情でページをめくっていく委員長。
The glint in her eyes was one of desperation as she continued flipping through the
ど
pages.
うしたんだろう。おろおろするしかない自分がもどかしい。
What was she doing? I was starting to get uncomfortably nervous about the whole thing.
やがて足が疲れたのか、今度は床に座り込んでページをめくる。
Eventually, her legs must have gotten tired, and she just sat down on the floor, but continued paging through the book of
そ
shadows.
してある場所で彼女は手を止めた。
Then eventually she seemed to find whatever it was she was looking for. The sound of stretched skin flipping upon itself stopped, and she just stared.
あったわ。
This is it.
ランド・オブ・コープス、死者の国への扉を開く呪術。これが多分天神書を作り出す邪術のベースね。いっぱい付箋が貼ってある。
Land of Corpses. A spell to open the door of the dead. I think this is what created Heavenly Host. There are notes all over it.
いろいろメモしてあるね。でも、なんでページ全体を×してあるの？
There certainly are. But why is the whole page being crossed out like that?
わからない。失敗したのか、途中でおじけづいたのか。
I don't know. Maybe the spell failed. Maybe whoever was casting it seized up with fear partway through.
でもね、そんなのどうでもいいの。
But that doesn't matter now.
これよ、中島さん見て。ライズ・オブ・コープス。死者を蘇らせる呪術。
Look at this. Look, Nakashima. Raising of corpses, the spell to resurrect the dead. No! Ayumi, no. This is not gonna end well.
これって嘘でしょ。
Like,
死者をってそんなことできるわけがない。
that can actually work, can it? Resurrecting the dead is just possible.
常識にとらわれているの。中島さん、忘れたのかしら。私たち今どこにいるの？
Why are you making that face, Ayumi? Stop! You're still bound by common sense then. You're forgetting where we are right now.
確かに起こっているすべてがすでに今朝までの現実のものではなくなっていた。
I had to admit, that was a good point. Reality as I knew it was far different than it was when I woke up this morning.
だけどこういうのって大丈夫なの？倫理というか超えちゃいけない一線というか。
But is it okay for us to do something like that? I mean, ethically. Won't we be crossing a line humans aren't meant to cross? Are you scared?
あなたが怖いだけじゃない。相手のことを思いやってない。
No, you're not just scared. You're also forgetting about all the people we lost. About what they've been going through.
なすすべもなく、ゆい先生も鈴本さんも篠原さんも森重くんも。
Think about Miss Yui and Suzumoto and Shinohara and Morishige. All at their wits' end, suffering in that horrible place. This is... No, you can't guilt trip me into this. This is a bad idea.
あんなひどい形で命を落としてしまって。しかも存在まで消されて、そんな現実認めるの？
Think about how painful their deaths were, and how their existences were erased from this world. Can you really accept that as reality?
私は絶対認めない。あなただってそうでしょ？
I know I sure can't, and I'm betting the same is true for you. That's right, our friends were dead. They died. And we came here so we could do something about it. And if we didn't do this, nothing would change. They'd still be dead. No hope of ever hearing their voices again. Their faces eventually forgotten.
私の目から涙が勝手に溢れてきた。
It began welling up in my eyes.
会いたいよ。なんだっていい。みんなが帰ってくるのなら、聖子ともう一度会えるなら。
I miss them so much, and I'd do whatever it took to get them back. If I could just hear them again. If I could talk to Seiko even one more time. Fucking God.
大丈夫だよ。大丈夫。もう何も怖いことなんてあるものですか。私たち天神賞の地獄を越えてきたんだよ。
It's okay, there's nothing to be afraid of anymore. We climbed our way out of that hell. We broke free from Heavenly Host.
心に従おう。私たちにできることがあるなら、やるしかないわ。やりましょう。
So let's follow our hearts now. If there's something we can do to fix the situation, then we have to do it. So come on, let's do it. No, fucking dumbass! It didn't matter how improbable or even impossible that was. Even if there were only 1 in a million chance, we had to take it. No, you don't! It was absolutely foolish of us to try this. It was unnatural and unholy and completely inadvisable, but as long as there was a slight possibility. This was something that just had to be done. We weren't about to give up without a fight. God.
黒魔術以上に術者に返ってくる障害反動が大きいとは聞いているけど
I heard that practitioners of forbidden sorcery suffer even greater payback from their actions than black magic users.
日本語じゃない部分は読めないし考えなくていいわそれぐらい何よ私平気
But this book wasn't written in Japanese, and I can't find the parts that warn about that. So out of sight, out of mind, I can handle this. I fucking hate... Oh my god. My two least favorite characters. You fucking god.
死んだみんなを生き返らせれば
This isn't quite the solution I had in mind, but as long as it gets us to reunite with the friends we lost, I really don't care.
存在は消されたこの世にも強引に戻すことができるんじゃない
As they don't exist in this world anymore, bringing them back by force seems like our only option.
じゃあ実行しよ
Yeah, let's just do it.
うよしまずは鈴本さんからでいいかな蘇生に必要な写真も彼女のなら持ってるから私
Okay, how about we start with Suzumoto? Get a photograph for this spell to work, and I got one of her on me.
分かった
Alright.
まずは鈴本さんを蘇生させる
Our first attempt at resurrecting the dead was going to be a spell to bring back Mayu Suzumoto.
儀式に必要な素材虫の抜け殻や生き物の体の部位などはすべて地下室に瓶詰め保存されていて事足りた
All the materials we needed were present and accounted for in the bottles and jars within the room. A beetle carapace, part of an animal's body, etc.
ナイフで五芒星を描いた床の模様の上に幸せの幸子さんでも使用した片白を3枚並べ
The first step was to carve a pentagram into the floor with a knife, and then place 3 paper dolls in the center of the sword used within the Sachiko ritual.
真ん中に蘇生したい人の名前とそれを挟んで術者の名前をそれぞれ書く
The one in the middle would bear the names of the person we wish to raise, and the others on either side would bear the names of the casters, our names.
鈴本真由と
Mayu Suzumoto.
委員長の持ってきた鈴本さんの写真を片白の上に置き
The class rep was then to place Suzumoto's photo on top of the paper doll dedicated to her.
自分の片白に息を3回吹きかけさらに自分の両手のひらをナイフで切ると溢れ出た血を素材にかける
As for our paper dolls, we had to blow on them 3 times, then cut both of our palms with a knife and coat the spell materials in our blood. よし、行くよ。我慢して。Okay, here we go. Be strong. My blood mixed together with the class reps and the white ceramic dish, forming one single globule. I remembered hearing once that everyone's blood is a slightly different color, and found myself thinking of this as I applied pressure to my throbbing palms.
そして本に書いてある通りに魔術の呪文を唱え始める。カタカナでルビが振ってあったから助かった。
With all the setup taken care of, it was now time to chant the spell. Fortunately, these forbidden words are Japanese pronunciations written in above.
アリア、テムリア、ガンダ、アトリオス、イヌムス、カリート、テムラ。
This was starting to feel crazy. I was sitting here listening to the class rep chant a magic spell to raise the dead, for goodness sakes. I wasn't sure how much of a grip I had on reality anymore. What are we thinking, trying something like this? Would it really bring Suzumoto back? No. I had to concentrate. If I doubted the spell, then the spell would fail. For now, I had to believe that this would work, and I had no reason not to.
リテリア、マナナスカペラ、ウイカウイカ、ルカ、トピーカ、ガンダ。儀式を始めて数時間ほど経った頃、委員長は呪文を唱え終えた。
The ritual took several hours to complete. The class rep carefully chanting away the whole time. Finally, the last word on the page was spoken.
委員長、
Class rep.
大丈夫、しっかり。
You okay? Come on.
うまくいくかな。
Well, do you think it's going to work? Eh? Keisuke? The fuck?
開かれた本の中心に赤い文字のようなシミが浮かんだ。
Blood
まる
red,
で血が飛び散ったような。
blood red stains that looked almost like letters suddenly splashed onto the open book of shadows. It was unclear where they'd come from.
これは
What? No!
いけない。本が燃えちゃったら。
No, if the book catches fire, we...
慌てて暗黒の書を火から隔離する。
The class rep quickly snatched the book away from the flame that sprouted out of thin air.
鈴本さんの写真は燃え尽きてしまった。けれど彼女の片白には火がつかずに残っていた。
The photo of Suzumoto she set down had completely burned to nothing, but the paper doll below it was unscathed.
何これ、成功なの？
So what does that mean? Does that mean we succeeded? Yeah. Sheik? Sheik, where are you?
この声は鈴本さんだ。私たちは手を取り合った。
The voice was unmistakably Suzumoto's. The two of us took one another's hand and just waited. Sheik, where are you?
鈴本。
Suzumoto.
声をかけようとした私を委員長が止める。
I started to call out to her, but the class rep held up her other hand to stop me.
何かおかしい。
Something's not right.
何が？
What do you
同
mean?
じ場所ぐるぐる回ってる。
She's walking in circles.
開けっぱなしにしてきた回転状の隠し部屋の扉がきしんで開かれる音がした。
After another few footsteps, we heard the unmistakable sound of the heavy safe door we left ajar opening a little way.
足音がした。
And then footsteps
先ほ
resumed.
どと違うのはその音が階段を降りてきていることだ。
And this time they were coming toward
未
us.
知のものへの恐怖か。私たちは体がすくんで動けなかった。
I instinctively shrunken back and frozen myself in place, afraid of the unknown presence approaching us from above.
上の階からゆっくりゆっくり何かが降りてきた。
She was certainly in no hurry. Slowly, ploddingly, she climbed down the staircase.
鈴本さんだった。
No. No. It was Suzumoto, alright.
だけど顔が真っ黒。目も鼻も口も何もない。
but her face was completely blotted out. No eyes, no nose, no mouth. God, no, Mayu, no! What? Is she dying again?
苦しさから上げる苦悶のような絶叫。人の声とは思えないぐらいの強烈な叫び声。死の淵にいる魂の断末魔。
I couldn't tell if she was screaming or moaning, but either way, she was clearly in agony. The sound was barely even human. It was a death knell. Her spell had failed. No, it brought her back.
地下室の床に仰向けに倒れ込み、もがき苦しむ鈴本さんのようなものを目の当たりにして、私たちになす術はなかった。
The Suzumoto-like being we summoned was lying flat on the ground, face up, writhing and spasming. There was nothing we could do to help her, nothing at all.
もがき苦しむ彼女の体に突如文字のようなあざが浮かび上がる。
As I observed these convulsions, I noticed rune-like symbols appearing all over her body.
突然、鈴本さんの片白に火がついた。
And then, without warning, her paper doll burst into flames. It honestly sounds like she's trying to sing.
その直後、そのあざの形に血しぶきが走り、
As soon as it did, blood began spraying from each of those wounds on her body like water spouting from a fire hose. I killed her again?
腕と首と太ももがあざの部分で胴から分離して、鈴本さんのようなものはピクリとも動かなくなった。
Her arms, neck, and thighs, all separated from her torso, right where the runes had appeared a moment ago, and Suzumoto, like being moved no more.
彼女の片白も燃え尽きた。
The flames that engulfed her paper doll were now completely extinguished, leaving behind nothing but ash. Get fucked! Get fucked! This is your fault!
突然、委員長が膝をついて倒れ込んだ。
The class rep fell to her knees as well. It's the same places! Oh my god, it's the same places!
見ると、さっきの鈴本さんと同じ場所。足と腕から血が流れている。
She's bleeding from her arms and legs in the exact same spots as the Suzumoto-like being, and bore the same runic markings.
委員長!
Class rep. Should have paid attention, bitch. Hey? Now she has bruises on her legs.
委員長のあざに丸ノコギリの刃が刺さってる。どうして？どこから飛んできたの？
Rounded saw blades are now jutting from the marks on her body. Why? Where do they come from? Oh god, it hurts. Class rep. It hurts. What is this?
さんのようなもの、死の再現。
It's exactly the same. The same death that the fake Suzumoto was subjected to. I'm going to die the exact same way.
邪術は確か黒魔術以上に術者に返ってくる障害反動が大きいとは聞いているけど、
I heard that practitioners of forbidden sorcery suffer from greater payback from their actions than black magic users.
日本語じゃない部分は読めないし、考えなくていいわ。それぐらい何よ、私平気。
But this book wasn't written in Japanese, and I can't read parts that weren't about it, so out of sight, out of mind. I can handle this.
障害反動。
Payback.
中島さん、形らの一決。
No, no, no. Nakashima, the paper doll, put it out.
頑張って、すぐ消すから。あと少しだけ頑張って。
Hang in there. I'll have it out in no time, just a few more seconds.
火のついた形を必死に手で叩く。夢中だったから炎の熱さも感じなかった。
I tried putting out the fire by slapping the paper doll with my hand. I was so panicked I couldn't even feel the heat of the flame on my skin.
消えて、消えて、
Go out, damn it, go out.
消えてよ、消えてってば。いや。
Go out already, god damn it.
ダメだ、全然消えない。
It wasn't working, it wasn't doing anything, the fire just continued to burn.
消えないよ、委員長。どうしよう。
It's not going out, what do I do?
そんな。嘘でしょ。
No, please, this is your fault, Ayumi. I don't feel sympathy for you.
何かないの？辺りを見回すと近くのペンキ缶に水がたっぷり入っている。
Wasn't there anything else I could try? I looked around and saw a paint can full of water nearby.
これ。
Come on,
考
work.
えるより前にそれを掴んで火に向かって振りかけた。
I was acting on impulse. I couldn't even think about what I was doing. I just threw the entire contents of the can right onto the flaming paper doll. Dumb it! Thanks, Book of Shadows. Blood began splitting from the mark on the class rep's neck. The rounded saw blades from the desk earlier was digging into it for some reason. It hurts. No, I don't want to die. Save me. Last rep. Seemed to be no escape for us. We were destined to die here. This was our punishment for meddling in things no human should. We're playing God. Man was on fire now too. I was next. There's no fighting this. We were both going to die here. We were going to die horribly and painfully. What? Ayumi. Like an angel sent down from high, our savior suddenly appeared. A woman, older than us, scrambled down the stairs, calling out Classroom's name. She leaped over the railing and practically dove toward the burning paper dolls.
守護精霊の皆において魔の信仰を退けたまえ。大異徳呪オン悪運。
By the power of the guardian spirits, I cast out that which would do us harm. Dai Ito Kucho no Aku-un. Sis. The fire's out. I had no idea what this woman had just done, but whatever it was, it saved us. The flames were out, and we were no longer in danger. And the clasp-up's neck, though gashed, was still fully intact. I feel the need to repeat this. This was entirely her fault.
委員長が飛び込んできた女の人にしがみついて泣きじゃくってる。
She flung herself at this new arrival, lashed on, tears practically exploding from her
あの
eyes.
人がいつも話しているお姉さんなんだ。
I guess this was that sister of hers I'd heard so much about. You came to save me. But how did you know where I was? Sis? Dead eyes. What? What?! Girl, what the fuck? To be my ass! No! That was the last chapter! Continue to the next corpse party. I'm going to shoot you. Cause why? Why is that the end? It just makes me mad. It doesn't do anything else, it just makes me mad. So I'm guessing she took it instead of having it be, what's her name? Ayumi? I keep forgetting her name. Instead of have it be Ayumi, she made it herself? With a question mark? But there's no clarification. There's nothing to indicate any part of that. It's just like, by the way, Hammerman, pachoo, you know? And where's my voice going? It has left the building. Fuck. Oh my god, Twinkle Girls. Fuck yeah. Remember when this game had nice moments? I don't. So I guess that was Corpse Party Book of Shadows. That ending is fucked. But honestly, I feel like it was more DLC than anything else. Cause like, you know how in the first Corpse Party game, I think I showed you guys, I don't know, but like the other smaller stories, it was like that, but we had to pay for it, you know? That's kind of the feeling I get. Like I don't know. I enjoyed the game. I liked how it expanded on the Corpse Party, like the original Corpse Party. It showed us a little bit of how Morishige got so fucked. Same thing with Kizami. But I also don't know if... Because it was a lot gorier, which is why I had to take so many breaks from it. Because eventually it just gets to be too much, too grotesque. So I don't know if that's gonna keep going in the next one. I don't know. Blood Drive, is not the next game in the series, though. It's Sachiko's birthday, so I might do that one next. Anyway, the prologue is clear. EMV machine unlocked in bonus menu. Hina, Satuo, and Asami and Mai. So I think we have everybody. And turn it, yeah. Show me the Book of Shadows now. Cowards. What is this?
Yui sensei.
That's it? Cool. I'm glad we got that. So that's it for Corpse Party Book of Shadows. Woo! If you like tons of dead bodies and tons of terrible descriptions, come check it out. Anyway, thank you very much for watching, and hopefully, I'll see you later.